In this video, we're going to learn about navigation in React, and it's really not too bad and it works really well. So let's tackle it. So what we're going to do is, to get navigation in React, I'm going to shut down our running page, and the first thing we need to do is install the file. So again, we want to be in this front end folder, and then we're going to npm install the React-router-DOM. And we'll install that. Now, this is one way of doing navigation, but it just so happens this is the prevailing way of doing it. There are other ways we can handle navigation, but this package has become pretty much the standard for navigation in React. So then inside our app.tsx file, which is our main kind of page that's going to house all our other pages, it's going to house the navigation. Then we need to do an import now that that's installed to get that information in. So we'll say import, and then in braces we're going to do a few different aspects. So we'll say the browser router as, and then we'll use these different terms: router, routes, and route. And you'll see how we use these in just a moment. So from the React router DOM package, we'll save that. So the browser router is going to enable routing generally. The routes are going to hold the route definitions, and then the route is a specific route. And so let's see how we put it all together. The way we do it is we first of all create a router tag, and then we say here are the routes that we're going to see that are available, and then within that we can start to create specific routes. So we can say, well, one route, the path is, what if we don't have any route? So what's our home page, so to speak? Not so to speak, it really is. What is our home page? And I can say, well, the element there, I want to go, if they don't have any route, then I want to go back to the projects page where we began. And maybe we'll change that later on, but for now, that's what we want. And then we put our closing tag on that. And now that is one route that's set up to get, if we just put in nothing, we go to the projects page. Well, what are we trying to route to? We'll add a new route, and the path for this one is going to be /, and we can put whatever we want to here, but it makes sense to me. Maybe we just say /donate, and the element for that one is going to be the donate page, and then I put a closing tag there and then a closing tag here. All right, so now we have two routes set up. It doesn't recognize donate page in the beginning. We'll need to import that. It imports it, and I can save that app.tsx. Now my routing is set up. Oh, and I have an extra projects page here. That wasn't meant to be there. I was meant to move this up into this element. So if our home page is the projects page, I'll get rid of that. We can save. And now that we have that done, then in our, let's see, where is it? In our components, in the project list, when we have this button that says somewhere in here, oh, here it is, to donate, we can say when they click on that button. So on click, what we want to do is route them. So our function is going to route them to, we say, well, there's different ways that we can do this, but one of the normal ways to do it is to come up here and to create a const with the rest of our variables at the top of the program. We can create a const called navigate, and the navigate is going to use the navigate function. So I save that. It's not going to recognize use navigate. So just like we use state, we use effect, we use navigate here. So I import from the React router DOM this use navigate function, and then down here, when I want to actually navigate, I just say navigate and then pass in where I want to go. So in our case, we want to go to the donate page when they click on donate. All right, I'll save that. So now when we click this button, again, it's going to take us to the donate page. Let's see if this works. So I say npm run dev to get this running again. Again, the back end is just running here in the background. I click on this, I click the donate button, and it takes us to the donate page. Perfect. Well, I guess perfect other than where did our little styling go, right? We lost it. We had it there, and we lost it here. So how do I fix the styling? Where did that, where was the styling? So if we go look at that welcome band, there's no styling associated with the welcome band. Where is it? Well, it's in the projects page. And the projects page is the place where we say, go get this information. So I'm going to pull this out, this styling, and add it into, let's see, we have the container there. So what do we want to grab? I guess it's just this div. So let's grab this div for the welcome band. And in the welcome band, we're going to say this. So I'll grab, not the welcome band itself, but the container for the welcome band. I'll pull out, that's the container for the whole thing, this one. So I'll pull this out, we can delete that. And then in the welcome band itself, I can drop the styling. We're going to need to change our return statement here. And I can drop this styling in. And isn't it nice that it just formats for you? Put my closing div tag in, save. So now the styling goes with the header itself. And on the projects page, I save this, and we've now got the welcome band, but the welcome band includes the styling. So if I've done everything right, which is always a big question mark, then the styling comes along with this. Now it's not the whole band that's doing the, across it, but we get the blue and white styling. So I wanted to point that out. Okay, so we've got here our donate page. We've got our box here, our input box that says enter a donation amount, and then we've got our cart where we can say add to the cart. So we've got our little setup here. We can navigate back and forth. And now, by the way, if I'm on this page and I take out the donate and just go to the slash, it takes us back to that page. And if I type in donate, then it takes us to this page. So there is a type of routing that occurs, but we are never leaving the frame. We're on this single page application. Now, we don't currently have a good way. If we're here, how do we get back to the other page, right? What do we do to go back? And so we could throw on, in our code, we could put in here after the button that says enter donation amount and add to cart, we could throw on another button that says on click. Well, let's say what it is first. So button, and then this is to go back. If we want to be able to go back, so we save that, look at the page, and there's a button there to be able to go back, then how do I make it go somewhere? Well, again, super simple. We need to bring in our const navigate use navigate. We'll need to import from the React Router DOM that navigate, and then here in the button to go back we can say on click, let's go to navigate back to, we can just say the home page. Or if we want to have a specific route for projects, which is not a bad idea, to go back to the projects, we can go into our app TSX file and make another route. Where the path is projects, and then in there we can say the element in that case is going to be the same as the one above it. The projects page, I can save that. Now in my donate page, I can say I want to go to donate projects. I save that, I save all. And then in my running app, I can click go back and it will take us back to projects. The other cool thing you can do in React, and hopefully I can show this really quick, is you can just say, instead of navigate back to projects, you can just say navigate to -1, And the cool thing about that is it'll take you back to whatever page you were just on. Spencer out.